Good afternoon. This is Pat Walker at MissionWinners.com, and we get a lot of questions from the VIP members, and I try to answer them on a timely basis. And this was a question from Danny, and it's a great question. I'm going to read part of this to you. By the way, I only use first names. I never use last names. I don't do that, but I think it's a relevant question. Danny says, need your help buying stocks. You know, a lot of times, and I know others have asked about this, a lot of times stocks will break out right near the open or with the first few minutes. And, you know, it's like, gosh, what do I do? Do I buy it right at the open? Do I risk it? If I wait 15 to 30 minutes, sometimes the sucker's moved already. What's the best approach to take? And sometimes I'll buy and the son of a gun drops on me right away. What can I do? And I do, by and large, stick with the 5-minute rule. I will wait 5 minutes. But there's a couple of caveats I'd like to put on here. If it's a stock that gaps up in price, I mean, it closes at like 20 and it opens at 21 or 22, it gaps up above the pivot, I will wait 5 to 10 minutes. I won't chase the gap up, okay? Wait. So let me be real specific here. If it's a stock that has a clean base and it gaps up right at the open, I will wait at least 5 minutes. The 5-minute gap up rule, and I've learned this from some people that are really good traders, okay? They wait. Dan Zanger is one of them, all right? Wait. The other point is this. If it's not a gap up, if it just starts going through the pivot price, say within the first 5 minutes, I can buy there. But this is very important. First off, the market has to be acting good. Secondly, the stock must be coming out of a longer basing pattern, not like a one-day base, a longer basing pattern that everybody can see. Third, I'll tell you the truth. You will see on a 30-minute chart, you can see heavy volume coming in the first 5 minutes of the day. You'll see it. I will take it down to a 10-minute chart. Do a quick glance. If I see really heavy volume, I will buy. Seriously, the first 5-10 minutes of the day, I'll buy. But it's got to satisfy all those constraints I said. And the other thing I'll do is this. Let's suppose that my initial position is going to be 100 shares and then I'm going to add to it if it goes higher. I will not buy the full 100 shares right near the open. I will buy like 50 shares. 50. Why? Because if it does drop, it minimizes my loss. But if it keeps going up, I can buy more within like the first 10 minutes, and it doesn't pull my average price up too much. Now let's take it a step further. We do that and it keeps on going. Well, then everything's great. We do the happy dance and it's great. Let's flip that coin and say it doesn't. Let's suppose you buy some within the first 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes, and it starts to fall. You can sell. You can sell for a small loss. If it stays up there, you can hang with it. If it keeps marching, you can buy more. And what you will find is looking at the charts, you will see, and again, this isn't gaps. We're not buying gap ups now, okay? We're buying a stock that's come out of a long base. Maybe this would be a good example right here. When Twitter started to lift up through here, okay, then it kind of meandered. That's probably not the best example. Let's see if we can find a better example here. Hold on. Of course, you can never find it when you want to, right? Square right in here. You can see we were picking it up right there. Okay, that's May 7th. You see that? May 7th. Here we go. We take it down to 30-minute chart. It's doing it all right here. But look, even on that first 30-minute bar, look at the volume. This is May 7th. Okay, we're doing apples to apples. You're sitting there going, geez, that son of a gun's going. Okay, so let's remember, May 7th is the date. I'm going to back this up because this is real stuff now. Let's back this up too, because this is when we bought it, if you remember. We were looking at it right here and said, if this thrust through, it had a really good day here. This was a good day. If it thrusts through the 50-day, we'll buy some. The next day, it does it right at the open on May 7th. May 7th. You can say, where am I getting that from? look over here in the upper left-hand corner, and when I put my cursor on this bar, it says May 7th. You see that? So we're buying on May 7th, which we did. Now, let's go back and look at the 30-minute chart. And we go back to May 7th. Hang on, let me get to it real quick. 30-minute, May 7th. There's the 30-minute chart. There's the bar. It's taken off, and we're buying. But are we buying it right at the open? No, we're waiting. So that's the 30-minute chart. Let's take it down to the 10-minute chart on May 7th. Bear with me. This is going to take a little bit longer, but I'll get to it. You mark my words. I do it because I do this all the time. I love this stuff. Here we go. May 7th. Look at this. So you're looking at this. Let's do real time. Okay, it looks like maybe it'll go the next day. Here's the first bar of the day. Look at the volume on that first bar. It's exploding. When I get volume like that, surging with strong price behavior, I'm buying in here. I'm buying some. Am I buying my full allotment? No, but I'm buying some that first 10 minutes right in here. Okay? Why? Look at the volume. And it was a longer base. Now, let's take it a step further. Let's remember May 7th. We're going to take it to 5-minute. I hope this helps. It's going to take a minute to get to it, but I'll get to it, okay? I'm scrolling back in time. We'll get to it. I promise. There we go. There we go. May 7th. Right there. So we're looking, and we're saying, here's the 5-minute chart. Boom, it takes off that first 5 minutes. Look at the dang volume on that bar. We can buy some in this first 5 minutes. Here's the next bar. Or you could say, I will wait 5 minutes, but if it takes out this bar's highs, I will buy it, taking out $50 a share. That's the high on this bar, 50. I will buy it. What's going to be my stop? If it comes down about halfway, I will sell some of it. But you've got your entry right in there with volume confirmation. The first bar, she's flying. And the next bar, you wait 5 minutes, you can buy it right there. If, and let's take it a step further. Let's suppose this stock went up and you bought it right here at 50 bucks, $50.05, and it started to fall. It's not going to, if it bleeds back into that bar, I will sell half my shares because the best ones won't. But now, after the first 5 minutes and the second 5 minutes, what am I going to revert to? Well, I got to go back to it, and I will. Let's go back to May 7th. I'm not doing this to confuse you. I hope it's not. That's not my goal. I want to do this justice. First bar, first 10-minute bar, volume. Next bar, you're fine. What am I going to do? Good stocks will not bleed back into this first bar by 50%. If it does, you could take half off. That's how we'll do it. That's how we do it. And it works. But this is very important. Notice, this was not a gap up. It didn't gap up. You see this first bar? Square did not gap up. So we have a different rule if it's a gap up. On a gap up, you got to wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then this is the second part of that rule. You can buy, but here is the key point. If on those first couple of bars, if on the next bar, it takes out the lows of the first bar, the lows of the first 5-minute bar, again, it's on a gap up, sell half your shares. Sell them. So you're not going to have a big loss. You're not going to have a big loss because the best ones will push away. And if it does this and then starts to drop, you got to sell half your shares. That's the strategy. Does it work? Yes. Do I know really good traders that do it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And it works. I know this was longer than it should have been. We're going on 10 minutes. But Danny, it's a great question, and it's one that has to be looked at deeply. Do I look at pre-market volume? Not that much. No, I do not. I really don't. Will I look at pre-market action? Yes, I will. But I'm looking at the volume as it's coming in during that period of time. Now, let's take this one step further. Let's suppose Square is breaking out right here. And you say, oh gosh, I got to buy it. I got to buy it. If it does not have volume accompanying it, we don't do it. Got to have good price combined with great volume. We had it on the 10-minute, and you know you had it on the 5-minute. And again, the rule is this. If you buy this, and it wasn't a gap up. Gap up's a different rule. If you buy this coming through here, if it takes out the lows on this bar, you got to sell at least half your shares because the good ones don't do it. By and large, by the way, if that happens, it keeps on dropping. So that's how you run it. I hope that helps. I try to be specific as I could, and I thank you very much for the question. It's a good question, Danny.